Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. This right here may be exactly what you're looking for, and I'm going to tell you why. First off, one of the greatest cars ever built, the 10th anniversary Trans Am. 117,108 Trans Ams built in 1979. Some car companies would like to sell every car they have and reach those numbers. Here they were talking about just one model, right? But of these cars, only 1,817 of them are the real deal 4-speed 10th anniversary models. And with the 4-speed, you got the Pontiac 400. With the automatics, you got the Oldsmobile engine. And so neither one of them are bad. And some people like to give a lot of grief about the Olds engine, but it makes more torque and it feels pretty powerful. So I don't hate those cars. But here you're getting the real deal Pontiac motor with the 4-speed and some rarity. And so as we reviewed this car, we talked about its rarity and things like that. Now let's talk about why it's a better car today, because it has some drivability things added to it that make it significantly nicer. First off, it has the Edelbrock upgraded power kit to it. Whoops, sorry about that. And it has fuel injection. Fuel injection is probably one of the best things that ever happened to cars. You hit the key, it fires up. It doesn't care whether it's 5 degrees outside or 105 degrees outside, right? And as we run down the list, tons of great features that you would get in a modern performance car today. We're doing this video in 2016. We're talking about leather seats, T-tops that are removable, power windows, power locks, tilt steering wheel, cool dash with great cool orange colored gauges and a full layout on it. When you roll down in this car, man, and you're shifting the gears and the stereo's blasting and you got your hair all up in here like this because it's 1981, you just got this car. Because I went to school during that time in the 80s and all the rich kids had these cars. I didn't have one. I still, slightly bitter, not super bitter anymore, but slightly bitter through therapy, I was able to get it. Now I have my own cars, bring it on, huh? All right, so check this out, restored paint, interior, suspension, those kinds of things. Let's take a walk around and we're gonna see what kind of quality paint you're getting with to start with, all right? So, right there, the original factory silver paint on these cars here. All new decal set with the correct call outs, 6.6 liter, right? With the 10th anniversary, you get these turbine wheels. You also get, all right, 4-wheel disc brakes, which is pretty cool when you think about it. 1979, 4-wheel disc brakes and all this luxury stuff too. That's why these cars are so popular, and they're collector cars too, all right? What else we got here? I love the scoops, I love the lumps, I love the spoilers. Nice little feature here too is you can take the T-tops off, boom, and now you have open air motoring, all right? And they're mirrored too. You can give a shout out to my good friend Sukar over here, who is the man who runs this place. So make sure you guys say hello to him because he's the best. All right, so now that we've looked at some of the cool body features, we didn't look at some of the things like this. If you guys could come back up front for a second, all right? This has that great chin spoiler down here. This has one of the best front ends, I think, on any muscle car ever, all right? The chin spoiler works. The shaker hood, this is bolted to the engine, so as the engine idles, because this has a performance upgrade to it, the camshaft and stuff like that, it shakes even a little bit more than the original ones. And then come on back here. Tail lamps blacked out. It's got this rear spoiler here, the correct decal set. The decal set alone is very expensive for this car because it's so many pieces and it takes a really long time to put on. Pinstripes all around the car, you can see them here, up top, two-tone paint in certain places as well. And it's just one of those great paint jobs that and styling things that's really held up really well. All right, so we've looked at the cool body of the car and the body looks really nice. Well, let's go check under the hood to see what you're getting, okay? All right, so come under here and let's see what we're talking about. We're talking about probably a 50% increase in power over the original cars. And believe it or not, even though they had a lower horsepower rating, they still made a lot of power because they were changed by then, well, actually way before then, how they rated the cars. So this made really good power and it could, quite honestly, spin the tire in many gears, so we've heard, right? And now we've added some features to make sure that you can do that, so we hear. All right, so come on up and let's check that part out. All right, so we have Edelbrock aluminum heads. That's the Performer heads right there. Upgraded Edelbrock intake. Underneath that shaker hood air cleaner, we've modified it so it has fuel injection, and the fuel injection sits right inside there. All right? And then we have things that we forget to ask about, like air conditioning. power four-wheel disc brakes instead of just disc brakes or drum brakes, all right? Power steering. Today's modern cars come with all of those things, and these old cars did not. So making sure that you get these things and ask those questions is really good. It came standard on these cars, but for regular cars, they did not come that way. Anyway, so this to me, in my eyes, is the best of both worlds. You get the matching numbers 400 that came with the car originally, and you get some upgraded drivability that makes a car fast, handle well, and roll down the road. That, my idea says to me, Trans Am the beautiful. All right? Okay, let's go check out inside. All right, so little styling touches like this, where the hidden key inside and the gas cap's here. So it's not in some side panel hanging out the back. It's got a nice little touch like that. All right, even the correct hood springs are installed, so it comes up and it stays up. And you say, well, Tone, what's the big deal about that? The big deal about that is this hits people in the head all the time, and it is a pain. So if it's done properly like this is, it works really, really well. In here is the T-top bags for storing the T-tops when you take those out. All right, spare tire. And then we also have this right here, which is kind of cool. This is the original, circa 1979, AM/FM cassette that would have come in the car. This has an upgraded sound system. So you have iPod and all the nice accoutrements that you would normally get, like Bluetooth and things like that with a modern stereo. All right, and we didn't have to cut up the dash to do that. And you can always return it right back to stock if you like. Or we could even move that stereo into the glove box and put the stock one back in the dash if that's what you want, okay? Anyway, cool, nicely detailed trunk, correct carpet, original jacking style instructions right there, all right? Caution stickers, remote trunk release, stuff like that, all right? Nice. Hey, one of the great things about this car too is these are designed to take another couple out, take your kids out, remind them of a different time or whatever. These are cool. Look how much room is back here, right? And it's all leather. Right? Stereo's buried underneath there. Nicely done with the kick panels and things like that. Seat belts for everybody, right? All right, so now I go ahead and I get in here. Little things that let you know that you have a little bit nicer restoration than others are stuff like, oops, let me close my door. The footwell lighting that lights up. That's a really nice piece because you say, well, what's the big deal about that? Well, the big deal about that is that a lot of times that doesn't even work. This is the upgraded stereo that we looked at, all right? And this seat slides really far back. Wow. All right. Key and buzzer working. It's a little bit light out, but right now, if you guys could see this dash is all lit up in orange, and it looks really, really cool, all right? It has the tilt wheel, okay? 4-speed. Now, if you want, a lot of people love this. We have the correct white shifter ball that would have gone on this as well, if that's what you want. We can put that back on, or we can include it with it. Just let us know. We're happy to do that, all right? And again, like I said, we can hide that in the glove box if you want, but it looks pretty original, and it doesn't look so out of place. Power locks, mirrors, air conditioning we talked about, and a great interior. I just love this interior. This is leather, great carpets, new mats, little touches like that. T-top is out, so I got a little bit of convertible style as well, and I have some safety of having the roll bar still in the car, which makes it really safe, all right? So, because this car has fuel injection, we don't have to pump the gas. We don't care if it's cold or hot outside. So what we do is we just turn the key like so. We put the clutch in and... How you doing? Yeah, you're doing. All right, so we're recapping this thing here. We're going, wow, this is a cool car. I had no idea that with the 400 4-speed, now we have the upgrades underneath, which takes us to almost 400 horsepower now, which is almost 2 times as much, not 50% more, almost 100 times more than the original factory horsepower. 4-wheel disc brakes, leather interior, air conditioning, power windows, power locks, T-tops that come out that are mirrored. I was just running down all the stuff that's on there, that upgraded stereo system, right? Another nice thing, limited slip rear, great wheels and tires. It's just a wonderful, wonderful driving car, and the fact that it's only one of 1,817 built is a really cool piece as well. So anyway, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this 79 10th anniversary Trans Am, 10th TA.